I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Back out here today working on the Fiesta ST once again. So after previously being in contact with Chris Coyne about my front and rear bumper plastics that I got painted in gloss black, I asked him what else he'd done, and in today's video we're going to be fitting some more parts from him. Before I explain what parts I'm going to be fitting in today's video, I did get my mirror surrounds painted in gloss black by him, and I've got a clip of fitting them, but I actually lost footage of removing the mirrors, so hopefully I'm going to play that now and you can see me fitting them and the end result of the mirrors. So here we have the mirrors that I sent off to Chris Coyne. He's obviously done these exactly the same as bumper plastics, flattened them down, and they look brilliant. Really happy with these. All I've got to do now is refit my mirrors and the blue plastic backs on them. Right, let's fit this to the car. You're going to need to do this before you take the mirrors off, and that is thread in this lace up the top, so connect it to the electrical connector when you take them out and trace it up the top. So when you come in to put the electrical connector back on, you've got the lace end here so you can pull it through. Hopefully that makes sense. As you can see, as I pull it through, the multi-plug's just there. It's quite fiddly, but try and pull it through. There we go. That's how you don't lose your wire in all of this. But thanks a lot, Chris, because that was actually his tip. And there you go. Bung goes back on there. Got the electrical connector. Plug it in there. Done. To secure the mirror, it's just one 13mm nut. Get onto it like that, and you've got to hold it as well to make sure it lines up properly. Little cap goes over the top of it. Now that the electrical connector is done up, you can put the door card back on. It lips over the top here, and then just give it a good bash. Very simple. What's left to put on? You got these two long ones, they're Torx 30s, they go in here where you pull the handle out. Now them two bolts are done up, a little bit of trim, that slots in there. And in this one, you need to put it on, there's a little cowl here, so you need to put it on that way. Pry it in, push it, and it all just clips on. Up here, inside the handle, there's a little Torx 25. Once that's tight, you just got a little cap to go on top of it. Done. And last but not least, 10mm. Reflector. Job's a good one. So as you would have just seen, the mirrors look brilliant now. Honestly, such a nice touch, and it's going with the gloss black accent theme which I've got going on in the car. So you're probably wondering what I'm fitting in today's video. So I've got some washer jets, and they got a fan jet in them instead of the two pinholes that normally come out, and they're actually colour coded, so they're spirit blue. Chris also sells a stubby aerial. It's a lot shorter than the original one, and it's also gloss black. So it's got a gloss black base as well as the aerial itself, so we're going to be fitting that as well. And last but not least, when I actually purchased my bumper plastics off of him, he gave me a wiper delete for free, which is in this bag, so we'll be fitting that as well, and we'll have a nice smooth rear end on the ST. So without further ado, I'm not going to waffle on, let's go ahead and fit all of these parts to the ST. So here are the new washer jets, they're the old ones. You would have just seen, really easy, remove the soundproofing from under the bonnet, and then these just clip off. These old ones have got the two jets, whereas the new ones are colour coded, and they've also got the fanned effect, which I will show once they're fitted. that's a proper big improvement. I'm happy with that. Next up, we're going to be fitting the aerial. Once again, Chris has sent me some instructions, so it's really useful when you haven't changed something before. Even though I'm a mechanic, it's just nice to know what parts I need to remove. So he says just get it up at the back here and it should pop down. There we go. I think this is going to be a nice simple change. So as you can see, just up there, it's quite hard to get onto one-handed, but there is an 8mm. You just need to undo that. And there we go. So here's the two aerials side by side. As you can see, that original Ford one is about 3 times the length of this, and obviously the one from Chris is also gloss black. So yeah, another cool little modification, I think. Nice subtle one. There is actually a locator at the back of the aerial as well. Just doing that 8mm back up again. Right, I better go and check the radio stations. Yep, they're all working. Obviously might have to have a bit of copyright music over the top. It is worth noting that that aerial is actually a Ford one, so that's the part number there. I think it's just over £30 for Chris to buy this and spray it and send it to you, which I really don't think is a bad price, but I will leave all the prices and a link to contact him in the description below. Next up, we're going to be fitting the wiper delete blank, and Chris is so helpful when he sells these products because he's made a whole instruction booklet with literally a step-by-step guide. So I'm just going to follow this and I'll bring you guys along with me as well. I think most of you will probably agree with me that this rear wiper is letting down the rear end now. It's a little bit dirty, but obviously we've got the gloss black diffuser that we fitted previously. Just want to get rid of that wiper now. First thing to do, lift up this cap, 13mm, remove that. You've got to give the wiper a good little bit of a wiggle, but it does eventually come off. These can be a bit of a pain in the arse depending on how long they've actually been on the car. Now let's go inside. Next up, we're just going to remove all of these boot panels. Very, very easy. There's one Phillips screw here, and then there's one on this side, one on that side. That bit of boot trim does come off, you just need to give it a good yank. Right, next up there's about 6 10mm. One there, like one there, all dotted all over the place, one there, one there. Just going to get them removed. So there was 6 10mm. Now I've just got to disconnect the multi-plugs. I think there's another one, but I won't be able to get to that until we've got the wiper motor off. All that's held on with is 2 8mm, so I'm going to remove now. Oh, there's actually one right at the back as well. So them 6 10mm that I was removing a minute ago hold on this panel, and once you remove that and the bung, this shows you the old hole where the wiper motor used to come through. You need to clean up both sides, this one and inside. All you've got to do now is get some duct tape and put it on the outside and the inside to stop any water ingress. Right, I've now put duct tape on the inside and the outside. I've doubled mine up. In the ideal world you would want to get a rubber bung that actually fits in there flush, but that'll do for the time being, and that's what Chris has recommended to do. Right, so I've given my panel a quick clean up, and Chris says just to give it a double check before you take the tape off and actually stick it on. As you can see there, perfect fit. If I were to put that back on now, here we go, whack that on. I'm happy with that position. Push down on it. Nice little plug for himself there. So once you're happy with the way it's sitting, which I am very happy, it goes back over the top, and that flat bit actually goes on the duct tape bit, so you should actually be alright for if there was any water to get in there or try and get in there. A couple of the clips, look at that pucker that is. So all you've got to do under here is to refit them 6 10mm which hold on the panel. Panel is all tightened up now, and I've just put a little bit of electrical tape on the connector so it doesn't start rattling, and yeah, just refit the trims now. Bosh. All the trims are back on. Look at that. Right, thought I'd end this video in the ST. I have to say, I'm loving the way this car is starting to look now, with all the gloss black plastics, really setting it off and just making it that little bit more different. Just before I do end this video, I want to give a massive shout out to everyone who watches these ST videos, and if you've got this far in the video, I really do appreciate you watching, because I know they're not as popular as my old school Ford content. However, it's my car and I still enjoy making the videos for the channel, and that's why I still upload them. So I hope you guys enjoy them as well. I think possibly the next video, if not the one after that, I've got to lower the ST. I found some springs, they're about £150, so I'm going to get them ordered and then I'll put out a video of me fitting them. Remember, if you did enjoy the video, give it a like. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Would this thing shut up? Shut up. Shut up. Jeez, I'll start you, alright? With all the gloss black plastics on it, really starting to... You twat.